Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to Girl Talk. I've got a little bit of mess and a little bit of drama today for you guys. For today's video, we're going to go ahead and do an update on Amber. The community is still reeling after the live stream that went down on Sunday night when Amber was confronted on live by her aunt Tammy, and she really went in. Perception throughout the community has been mixed, with some people saying that Tammy should have taken this offline and others suggesting that she is just at her wit's end and this is what it has come to. I have to say, I've just been enjoying the show. It has been quite a wild ride ever since Amber and Tammie broke up. This live stream era, this new live stream era has not disappointed, I must say. But are things coming to an end? Is Amber going back to videos? Well, that's what her schedule seemed to say. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick rundown on both live streams. Yes, there was two. Amber did do her scheduled live stream last night, but it ended rather abruptly. She followed that up with another one this afternoon. So I decided, why not both? Let's just get right into it. I mean, shall we? Let's begin by talking about Amber's live stream from last night. She starts the live by building hype for her new journey. She says that food freedom is no longer. Sunday's live stream was called The Last Day because it was supposed to be her last day eating junk food, and then she was going to start this big journey, with her claiming on Monday night's live stream that the new journey would start Wednesday. But as of today, it seems as though Amber is not going to be following through with this new schedule at all. I know, surprise, surprise. I do have to take a second to gloat because I posted on my Twitter page, follow me at Alex_is_shook. I said that Amber's schedule was going to last one day, and it was a joke, but she did the one live stream. The next one she couldn't even finish. Amber claimed today that the reason she is not going to be doing videos anymore is because she does not feel like opening up about her life in that way right now. So it's back to the live streams, which I thought was a little contradictory because these live streams have been completely out of control. When you are doing videos, you have a lot more control over what is put out. So I don't really get her mind frame here. She has admitted that she will cave to the pressure in a live stream. So I think it's just her being lazy at the end of the day. It's easier for her to just sit there on a couch for an hour, 2 or 3 times a week, than it is to plan a fake journey, make fake food, and fake your weigh-ins. I mean, a lot goes into these phony productions, to the point where it would probably just be easier if she would stop lying and stop making excuses and just lose the weight at this point. Girl, you've made it a job to put out these fake journeys. Like, I do wonder if she is going to continue this journey behind the scenes because, like I said, day one was yesterday. So now what? I can guarantee you, even if she is thinking about it, it's not going to last long. She addresses the pee pad situation. There has been this rumor that during her live streams, she is sitting on a pee pad for whatever reason. I don't know exactly. Girl, you know exactly why. Amber was not very happy at the person that brought this up. She ended up blocking them. Amber begins to gloat about having people on her side in her Auntie situation drama. Girl, they're not on your side per se. I just feel like Tammy is a bit kooky as well. Just because they're calling Aunt Tammy out for ABC doesn't mean they're not calling you out for XYZ. She won't address if Tammy is telling the truth, just in general. A lot of the live stream she doesn't even remember because she was, quote, disassociating. She was put in survival mode, and this was her fawning. She will either fight or fawn whenever she's put into a situation like this. You guys know, fight, flight, or fawn. She was fawning. I really don't think that Amber knows what disassociation is actually like. I think that is just a load of bull, another excuse for her to just push this off into the past and not address anything yet again. She's used to Tammy going off on her, and she wasn't speechless. Especially at the end of the video, you could tell that she was so speechless after all of that went down. I mean, she was literally rocking back and forth, not saying anything. What else do you call that? Don't believe your lying eyes, folks. Amber has some advice for Auntie. I hope she can heal and get help. She was holier than thou and very triggering. People were wondering why she even did this. Why didn't she just hang up? Why did she even pick up the phone? Amber says that she felt trapped to answer the phone. She picked up because the chat encouraged her to, I guess. Girl, come on. Take some ownership of your own actions. The chat is not forcing you to do anything. It's the chat. Amber feels like this was too revealing to be public, and I don't think anyone disagrees with that. It was definitely a little bit awkward at times just because of how revealing it was about Amber's family. We know so much about Amber at this point that nothing really surprises me, but to hear the things about her family, yeah, it was a bit much to be revealing publicly. She says that it took her back to being a little girl again. She was experiencing being that little girl again. What is with her with infantilizing herself in these situations? She always wants to go back and excuse her actions in the present by using some horrific event from her past. And it's like, girl, grow up. How long are you going to continue making the same mistakes, treating people so horribly, and then just blaming it on illness or your past or what have you? People are sick of that. It would be one thing if she actually took ownership of some of these things, but at this point, she still refuses to do that. I don't think that she sees it. I think that a lot of it is delusion. She does see herself as the victim in pretty much every situation. The way that she was telling Auntie that wifey was horrible. I can't imagine what wifey went through. I can't imagine the lengths that Amber pushed her to make her, quote, horrible to Amber. I'm sure she didn't start it. Day 3 of me asking wifey to come on a live. This has been a question that a lot of people have been wondering. Is she in therapy right now? Is she working on the BPD? She has a lot to say about it, but she does not talk about going to therapy or anything like that. She claims to still be in therapy in this live stream. I think that she's lying. I feel like if she was in therapy, she would be talking about, oh, I learned this in therapy. Oh, I learned that. It would be this whole thing and she would use it for content. She's done that in the past. She does not have to go in depth into everything that she talked about, but I know she would not be able to help herself talking about what she learned and whatever. Oh yeah, and she does claim to be officially diagnosed with BPD, which is what a lot of people question regarding her. Is this an official diagnosis or is it from chat BPD? Get this. This is where I couldn't stop laughing. Amber claims that she constantly gets contacted by famous million subscriber plus YouTubers, models, an actress from Deadpool. I have no idea who she's talking about here. She claims that these people are contacting her and sympathizing with her, feeling sorry for her, saying that they don't understand why people don't like her. Girl, it is interesting because whenever these people like actually pay attention, they end up flipping. Remember the French fans? They were ready to gas up Amber. And then after sticking around for a few months, they saw her true colors and either left or flipped. Amber says that her mom stated that Auntie did not meet her when she was 14. So where did this spaghetti story come from? You guys remember? That was, I think, one of my favorite parts of the live stream. Tammie said it was like the first time she met Amber. She was 14 and someone made spaghetti for the family. She saw Amber getting scoop after scoop of spaghetti until her dad had to step in and say, Amber, don't you think that's enough?
Don't you think that's enough?
But Amber and Mama Lynn deny that this spaghetti story ever happened. Mama Lynn said that, yeah, she did not meet her until she was 17 in California. So who knows what's going on here? Why would she have such a vivid memory of this spaghetti situation? It seems way too specific. At what point was Mama Lynn and Papa Lynn getting their second chance? Because remember, Amber said that they had a second chance after she was put in foster care. The second chance also didn't work out and she was shoved out again. Would that be the time that she was 14? We'll have to see if it fits, because otherwise wouldn't she be in foster care? Mama Lynn's jaw has been absolutely on the floor regarding this whole Auntie live stream, the famous call. Girl made history. Amber gets upset because the comments are shaming her. She says that her body is not ruined. A lot of people like my legs. I'm not going to let people make me hate my body. This was kind of giving, she's never going to date anyone but a female from now on. I think that is true. I think she's going to be looking. She's got her feelers out for these feelers. She's loved the soft and gentle love that she got from Emily, at least in the beginning. It wasn't even like that in the beginning. Let's be for real here. To Amber, it always is. Someone calls her out for having a McDonald's bag in her Sunday live stream. She reads a super chat. Do you even believe yourself anymore? And she goes, I do. At this point, the chat is just fed up with her BS. And they are really giving it to Amber. So she grabs her phone and aggressively ends the live stream just 30 minutes in. The next day, she returns. I guess old girl has calmed down a little bit, and she is back today with this live titled About Last Night. ... At this point, she talks about the schedule that we already went over. It's not happening. I can't believe she went through the effort to make that schedule just to not follow through. She's done that countless times. She keeps saying that she's not in a live stream era. She doesn't want to enter a live stream era, but she hasn't posted a video in over a month. So live stream era it is, I guess. It's always over the summer, her live stream eras. Amber begins to victimize herself regarding last night's live stream. The majority of the chat was berating her, so she had to dip. She says, if I become uncomfortable, I'm out. I have to protect my mental health. Auntie Tam Tam has affected my mental health. She claims to not be gaining weight right now. Although she does say that she's about the same weight that she was before, which if you take a look at her last known weigh-in, it was 534.6, which occurred on June 25th. So it's been almost 2 months since Girly Pop has stepped on the scale. She claims that she is the same weight, or at least stepped on the scale on camera. But even so, when she weighed in at 534, I was shocked. That's high even for Amber. I believe she hasn't been this heavy since 2021 during the Beck breakup, where she was about 550. Amber claims to be single AF. She laughs and says no when someone says Emily broke up with her. So Amber's insinuating that I guess she broke up with Emily, or maybe this was a mutual thing. Remember, that's what she said with Wifey at first, but then it took her a long time to admit that Wifey broke up with her and it wasn't really a mutual thing. Eventually she did. Girl, another lie. Every other girlfriend that she was with broke up with her. So I find it hard to believe that she broke up with Emily. Although Emily has been talking to other women publicly, it has been exposed. Emily was hanging out with obese Instagrammers, sending gifts and exchanging pleasantries on Instagram Live. So maybe Amber was tired of being humiliated, or maybe Emily was tired of being humiliated. They both did it to themselves. Amber reiterates she wants to make it very clear that they are not together. And if you don't believe it, that's on you. Girl, you're the one that lied for, what, half a year that y'all weren't together? So how is that on us? It's like lie after lie after lie, but if we don't believe her, it's our fault somehow. She brings up the blackmailing situation with Emily. Emily was blackmailed. That's part of the reason she lied and said that they broke up. I don't understand, why would them being broken up stop the stalker? This stalker is about as real as Tana Mojo's. Amber gets upset and says that everyone took Tam Tam's word as gospel truth. Who are we supposed to believe? You? I feel like Auntie made it clear when she did not know. You know, there were several things people asked, especially like the Jordy interview. If she didn't know, she would say that she didn't know. She didn't make things up. So it is what it is, girly pop. Amber can't focus on her job because it makes her unwell to do videos. She admits that she needs to get into contact with Grandma Lynn after this whole Auntie situation because there is something happening when she's not there. Tam Tam let it slip that Grandma was shading Amber behind the scenes. Amber claims that they have this great relationship. I don't know if I can believe Amber on that one because she always says that all of her relationships are great until the person comes forward. But Amber needs to get to the bottom of this with Grandma Lynn. She does not want to get into a relationship for a very, 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 very long time. We'll see how long that lasts. She's probably already talking to someone, and if she's not, she's still with Emily. That there's just the truth. How are we supposed to believe that they're broken up now when she's lied about it so many times? They broke up last year. They broke up this is the third breakup, and the first two weren't real. So we're supposed to believe the third one? Miss me with that. She's going to be the devil for Halloween. And then she goes to Emily's defense. I don't know why, but it makes her look even more suspicious that she's still with Emily. She says that just because she likes fat women doesn't mean she's attracted to all of them. She said that basically because she wanted to say that Emily Tammie is not attracted to quirky love Rose, but I just wonder why not? I mean, she seems to be her type. So why wouldn't she be attracted to quirky love Rose? She goes on about, again, how she was disassociating. She can barely remember the phone call. That's like her new excuse. I can't even remember it, girl. Well, it's on there. It's on there. You can watch it again, I guess. Then she talks about why she is not on Ozempic. She says that the GLP-1s were $1,600 a month, and she was okay with paying that. But as the dose increased, it went up, and she didn't want to pay even more than that. She loves, loves, loves her GLP-1s, and it really helped her. But I'm just left wondering, then why quit them 3 times? With the amount of money she spends on frivolous things, she could cut back a bit and get the GLP-1s. It's not the money here. And even so, I thought she started her memberships. Didn't she start the memberships to get money for the GLP-1s? Wasn't that the point? I think so. Regardless, she could put a little bit more work in and be fine and be able to get it. But that's Amber for you. Let's take this time at the end of the video to go over some new posts from Aunt Tammy. She did say yesterday, I know I said I wouldn't go on her live, but I couldn't handle hearing her lies anymore. Done. That was a pretty big criticism people had levied towards Aunt Tammy because she said literally hours before she went live with Amber that she was not going to go on her platform, that she would choose pretty much anybody else. And then there she was on Amber's platform. I don't really give a rip. I just wanted to see the action go down. I have heard / read a lot of people saying that I shouldn't have handled this online, that it was messy, that I was messy. I get it, I do. So my question to you all is, how do you feel I should have handled this situation to actually end this cycle for good? I mean, is it over? I feel I have tried many different things and many different ways over the years and nothing ever worked. Some things I have tried counseling, Al-Anon, explaining myself ad nauseum. I guess we'll see if this really is the end because screenshots keep coming out, including this one from Tammie today. I know Amber currently has self-diagnosed maturity, but here's another example of how our conversations went back then. Oh my gosh, it's a text thread from 2014. She posted another text thread from Amber from 2016 just the other day. Amber was upset with her because the lies, the manipulation on full display. I've never lied. LOL, what a crock. Pause to read. Tammie had stopped watching her YouTube videos, and for some reason, Amber was like begging her to watch her videos. I don't get it. It was giving very much me from Amber. Why don't you accept the horrible things that I do and just enable me? That's basically the gist of it. This new text thread, here's Amber going off. Thumbs down for my shopping choices. I guess Tammie left a thumbs down on her video because she didn't like the grocery haul. It was my birthday. That money was from my paycheck and from random gifts I got throughout the holidays. You have no right to say things like that to me. And then she brings up Tammie drinking and I guess her new man's gardening. Amber goes on and on about how I guess her aunt, I don't know if she left a comment saying thumbs down for your shopping choices or what, but Amber was really upset about that. Damn, she's got the receipts from 11 years ago. 11-year-old text thread. I can't. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Full rundown, both live streams, real quick. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will, of course, catch y'all in the next one. All right. Bye, everyone.